Yo, what's good, YouTube? We're back with another Road to Ranked replay review. Now, this is actually me playing a couple games, trying to give my insight on why I chose what I chose. But you probably heard why I chose what I chose. But a couple of these battles are actually battles that I did, off recording. And I was sharing to like my friends and stuff like that because I was trying to figure out how to play this team and like what was good plays, what was bad plays. But we're looking at this team and we're like, yo, okay, so our team low key mad struggles against like Tyranitar. And this actually isn't the first time that this has happened. Um funny enough, I remember what day this was, and I battled this guy again later on, and I swear on everything he had a Thunderous Therian on his team. And he ended up winning too. And he traded it for the Therian Anamoris, which I thought was hilarious. But clearly Thunderous Therian is a work of art. But I just wanted to go through the games with y'all, none serious. But I don't like entirely remember these reviews. Okay. So this play, literally only because I want to get a burn, and I'm looking at this guy and I'm like, okay, what's he gonna do against this? He has to SD, he has to knock off, he has to icicle crash. And I was like, all those options sound like Moltres has to come in to get a flame body proc here, right? So I was like, whatever. And the surprise low kick, right? And I was like, oh, thank God I got out of there. Now, another mon that I could have gone into was a Lolomola. However, I didn't want to waste the red card yet. Because I was like, there's better things to waste a red card on, like Enamoris. Especially if that thing has like agility CM. We don't want to play with calm mind agilities. Never. So I was like, all right, low kick is the option that we have. Alola needs to be saved for later. And Moltres is the only defensive mon. So I was like, defensive, there we go. And we get the burn, which I feel like people have started to tell me that I'm a very lucky player. Yeah, I am. I don't got no shame about it either though. Boom. Like, that's, like, of course. I could have gone into Iron Treads here, but I risked him Terra Flying on my EQ. This Mon covers literally every option except for Amoonguss. And even against Amoonguss, trust me, Groudon does a hefty amount of damage. Now, what's he gonna do? He can either Terra, or he takes that. Gone. Reduced to atoms. And that's pretty solid. Like, I like that a lot. Now, another thing you can do on this Mon is run CC on, like, Scarf, which, by the way, W set. There's no world where I don't go into Tuskathy there. I should have. I only went here because I was scared of a Spore, and I was looking at my team and I was like, the only mon that's fine with getting Spored here is literally Moltres. And I was like, I could go into Ogerpon, but I also risk getting Sludge Bombed or something like that, and I couldn't risk Toxic on this mon. So I was like, of the mons that I have, he's needed. Oh, is he needed? I probably should have gone into Iron Treads there. I think if we went into Iron Treads, we would have been in a much better situation because we could Volt Switch out, and that would force him to press Spore into Ogerpon, U-turn, go into Treads again, or go into Moltres, whichever one. And if we went into Moltres, it would be because we want to absorb that Toxic or we want to absorb that Spore, and we don't know which option he's going to pick. So that's the reasoning for that. I should have gone into Iron Treads. This was low-key a misplay. But it doesn't really matter. It matters, but like, I don't think a lot happens because of it. Nothing spirals downstream because of that. You feel me? So U-turn, and I knew this turn. I was like, there's no reason. I have to roost here. And this is like a free U-turn. I can go into my grass type now. But I just press Flamethrower again because I'm like, I'm not scared. Which, by the way, bad idea because I'm just getting absolutely destroyed by this Toxic over here. Am I sacking Moltres? Why? Interesting. So, this is what we call a bad play. Terrible play. Like, absolutely egregious, absurd, abysmal play. Like, this is terrible. I don't know why we did this. We had so many things to go into. Against this, we could have literally just switched out into Treads and gone to sleep. And that would have forced us to go into Thunderous Therian. And trust me when I say Thunderous Therian just blows this team apart, except for this. And even then, come on now. We know what we got. And we got this in the back. It's no worries. But sack is terrible there. I have so many options on this team. I can go a little more. I can go Crawdaunt and just Aqua Jet because I know I'm faster than this because this is max speed. But actually, this one has gone faster than me every single turn. So this actually could be like a little bit faster than most regular ones. It's probably like around 300 speed and like 150 defense and 252 HP. I think it's 152 defense, bold nature on 100 speed. EVs, I think that's what it is, or it might be the other way around where it's 152 jolly or something like that. But yeah, so or timid, not jolly. We volt switch trying to get a nice little damage, but that doesn't work. I could have just gone for Terra Flying Terra Blast there. There was no reason for me not to. Get a nice little Horn Leech off. Does nut damage. 0. And, we get a burn. We go back into Alola. Because at this point, Alola no longer needs his red card. There's nothing here that, like, immediately threatens it except for this Mon. And I was like, ugh. Why is this Mon here? Iron Defense. And I'm like, ugh. He's going sicko mode, for real. Like, I can't. This is iffy situation. But I'm like, who does he think I am? Bang. That's 1. And he Calm Minds again. Who does he think I am? Bang. 2. Get out of here. Absolutely stellar play. And as Blunder, the great god of Pokemon, said, don't play with me. Play with your bitch. So, we get a nice flip turn here off of a Wish. We go back into Treads. Treads takes 0 damage, which means that we get Ice Spinners off for days. Now, he can Spore me, which is fine, because now it forces us to go into, like, this. And you know what that means. Oh, resist? Oh, my child. Bang! This is dead. Go on, reduce to atoms. Like, I don't even know why he tried it. And, oh, you think this is going to do something to me? I got Alola in the back. There's never a worry in this world. You feel me? I would forfeit there. Does he forfeit there? Bang, there's nothing he could do. There's literally 0 things he could do. Because then from here, I switch out into Crawdaunt and he dies. It's just GG. But yeah, that was a solid game. So yeah, we're going to go on to the next. See what's good. We're just going to delete this page and go on to the next. Okay. So, let's look at these teams real quick. Look at the lead real quick. My Ogerpon, pause, gang. Okay. Oh, all right. I'm gonna explain this, and you're not gonna believe me, but I'm gonna explain it. You feel me? So we're looking at this lead, and we're like, no shot. This thing is Scarf, right? That would be insane. That would be astronomically stupid. That would be absolutely absurd, right? These are many synonyms we can use for the same thing that all mean there's no shot this Mon is Scarf. We're wrong. We're just absolutely wrong. There's nothing we could do about that except for, play smarter and go into a water type Mon or a fire type. He could have pressed Sludge Bomb here, which is what I was also worried about, because I was like, if he presses Flame, then Iron Treads dies. If he presses Sludge, then Iron Treads would live, but Ogerpon dies. So I was just like, why not just stay in? Now, do we need this Mon for the later game? When I tell you that everything on his team resists this Mon, it did not matter. U-turn would be nice for pivoting, but this Mon offers no offensive utility, no offensive pressure, nothing against this team. I don't know why every single Mon has to resist or be neutral to grass, but absolutely absurd. It's not like Weavile outspeeds us anyway, so it doesn't matter. And Cyclozar, bro, I have a nice little Cyclozar set that made sure I had just enough special attack to Oko with Overheat Terrifier on I think it was 252 Amoonguss or something like that. I don't remember exactly what the set was for. Maybe it was Goldengo. But yeah. So we lose the first turn interaction. We figure out this is Scarf though, which is super important, and he has no information about the rest of our team. But now we know he's moving a fire type move, right? So let's continue the battle. See what goes next. You might be asking, hey, Ori, what are you doing going a water type on the water absorb Mon? Look, I might be crazy, but hear me out, right? Knockoff. I want to get rid of that scarf because if we get rid of the scarf, guess who starts flourishing in this meta? You feel me? Terra Blast, Terra Flying, Thunderous Steering, and that's all I could really wish for. You feel me? That's like the most interaction I could have with any mon on the field. So I'm like, whatever. I'll go into here and knock off because if I go into Moltres, then I just place Flamethrower, and trust me, I guess a 4 times resistant mon is doing about 2.2 damage or something like that. And if we go into a Lolamola, come on now, son. Now we know we have to offensively pressure this man on a Volt Turn team, force him to make some bad decisions. But so we go, knock off, bang, gone, immediately, no worries, no nothing. So Lolamola comes out, right? Bang, get this mon out of here. I'm not allowing you to press buttons. Now he has to switch out here. I get to press Iron Treads button, and you know what that means? Boom, 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 EQ, feel me? And I'm like, oh wow, that EQ did like 0 damage, but you know it's fine because we have the secret. Oh, I thought we were gonna Ice Spinner. That would have been an okay play, but going Moltres there, like objectively the best play. Because now he has to go into a resist. He should have gone into Volcanion, but also I was definitely pressing U-turn there, and I have Terra Water Iron Treads, which is perfect by the way. Such a good mon. Now this time I'm like, he's kind of in range of like 2, isn't he? Bang, 1, 32. He's in range of 3. But I'm AV. He doesn't know that. Uh-oh. It's getting a little fishy. We Volt Switch, expecting him to like CM or something, right? Boom. Like, see, we making some strategic plays here. So now we Flamethrower. Ooh, Will-O-Wisp. So, okay. The reason why we Will-O-Wisp here instead of pressing Flamethrower was because, first of all, Volcanion could come out, which invalidates any Flamethrower anyways, and it can't burn it. So pressing Willow did 2 things. It effectively neutralized this dude's burn with this dude's leftovers, and also made sure that this thing doesn't have leftovers. Like that's all you need for real. Like you don't want leftovers. And now we get to press Roost, we get to press, Flamethrower, we get to press anything. And we start healing up this mon. And this I think this thing has Terra Water on it, which is really solid into this. Like perfect into that. Because Steam Russians do nothing now. But I have to wait for this mon to be off the field. I also have to wait for this mon to be off the field for this entire team to do anything. But Mr. Crawl does get a nice little might kill this. But yeah, we continue. We neutralize the lefties. We get our HP back. And he presses Shadow Ball again. And we're like, okay, this is getting iffy. Spadef drop. Oh, now he's hacking. Now it's whatever. And we're like, okay, we have a mon that completely negates that. So now what does he do? He has to Terra. He's forced to Terra now. Boom, Terra Steel. We press knock. Damage, right? And we're like, okay, a little interesting. Matcha Gotcha kills me. Now, I'm not gonna lie. Crawdaunt could have been useful here. It could have done something. Like, specifically Aqua Jet to Torterra. But other than that, I don't really think it was doing a lot. I'm not running a fighting move on my Mr. Craw, on my Crawdaunt. So, it's not like, it can't just inappropriately mess with Gudra or Weavile. So it's just like sack is fine. Knocking off this leftovers, so now the burn starts actually doing damage to go back into Moltres. Okay. Look, he's a little different. He likes to get that damage off and get that one shot. I feel that. So now here, oh, he thinks he's slick, right? But guess what? Terra Water. Now this man never saw this coming. Never saw it coming. Bang. Gone. Reduced to atoms. Now, Terra Water is so perfect here because now I also resist this. What can he do other than go? I mean, I go into Lolamola. I get knockoff is fine. I can Wish here. I can Flip Turn. I Wish here. He Dracos me like an insane person. I live that because Lolamola, her, always female, always her. You feel me? We go into Tuscany. We get that HP back, and now we just start spamming. Never mind. We don't even have to spam because he forfeits. Look at that. These mons just do what they do. You feel me? And these Terras are like perfect, especially like Terra Water, really good when Sinistra's gone because we start being neutral to these. This is a problem still, but guess what? So the only reason that this could have been a problem, he could have still won this game. And the fact that he didn't attempt to means that this was not Shell Smash, which is insane to me because that could have won the game, like for sure. I don't know if Ice Spinner kills this. I think this is bulky enough to live an Ice Spinner, but who knows? Who knows? So we got a nice little win there. On the special attack dropped EQ into Ice Spinner into Ice Spinner into Ice Spinner into EQ for the Weavile. Like it was raps, right? But that's that second game. Some slight, some slight. Looking at this third game, and you're like, huh, what's really going on here? We see these leads, and that's me. That Joaquin Phoenix. And I only named it that because he has Phoenix in his name. I'm not gonna lie to you. I made him pink before. I don't know why. But this lead is like it's whatever. I'm not gonna lie to you. I definitely was making a lot of people use Thunderous Therian. I battled this guy before, and he didn't have a Thunderous Therian on his team, and now he does. So I don't know if this is a lost game that I was like, oh my god, people are using Thunderous Therian now because of me in low ladder, which insane, am I right? But let's continue with the video. This lead, unless this is Volt Switch, you press Flamethrower and this thing dies. At least it's 2-hit KO, I think. It's Assault Vest. Lord have mercy. This man's a villain. He's a criminal. Nice little 17%. Get that Will-O-Wisp off because this Mon can't do anything now. Knock, it hurts a little bit. He might get a poison too, but we're just gonna roost that damage off because he can't toxic us. Because this is definitely AV, like for sure AV. So now we're gonna U-turn out. We're gonna go into treads, I believe. That's the only right play. He knocks off our AV. It gets a little fishy because AV Tuskathy definitely beats. That was the worst switch of my life. Yeah, this guy's a buffoon for switching into that. Because even if I lose the speeds, yeah, I lost the speed time. You still lost the game, gang. He's calm minding. He must be insane in the membrane, right? I Volt Switch out because I'm like, he's going to Shadow Ball me here, right? So I go into Moltres. He thinks he's cooking. He was never cooking. 2 flamethrowers. And we always got to get that burn off to make sure that those leftovers do not exist. Bang, 1 flamethrower, right? It's not doing a lot of damage, and you're getting a little iffy, like, uh-oh. Is he cooked? And one might say that I am cooked. There's not a lot I can do here. But, it's whatever. I'll just die here doing my Ice Spinners. Perfectly fine. I don't care. I just want to do enough damage that something else can come in and I'll speed it and press knockoff and this thing dies, like, immediately. And now, he keeps making my attack go away. And I'm like, bro, I need this. Why are you doing this to me, right? He gets a crit on me and I'm like, alright, whatever. And I'm like, shoot. How do you play this game now? Now you know how you play this game. Bang! We don't care. Who cares? Who cares? Nobody. Not me, not your mother, not your father, not your grandparents, not your ancestry line that made sure you got out of slavery. Nobody cares. We just take those. Because we are kings. So what's he going to do here? He's going to go into Infernape, CC me, which does a lot of damage, by the way. 55 is insane. But it's whatever, because we red card out. And you know what we do after that? Wish. Flip turn. There's nothing you can do about it. He's stuck. He's lost. And what do we do after that? Go into a Mon with low HP. Bang! HP. Ain't that crazy? We U-turn on it, killing it. So I must have checked the count. I must have checked the count for that for sure. But now he's like, Infernape? I'm like, oh, for real? I'm like, Aqua Jet. I'm just stronger like that. And I don't know. This is when I was running Life Orb, which is insane, by the way. Mystic Water is so much better. I'm so serious. Mystic Water is better in every single conceivable way. Like, you're like, oh, I want to do my knockoff damage. No. Just Crab Hammer. And take 0. And Adaptability Crab Hammer. And SD and then Adaptability Crab Hammer again. And then Terra Water, Adaptability, Mystic Water, Crab Hammer. Now you see, my boy forfeited. I guess he knew he was in the mix. And there's nothing he could do about it. Because I don't think, there's nothing he could do about it. Especially if this was Scarf, it was Raps. But this, you see this, they're starting to get a little fishy, guys. Starting to get a little fishy. And that guy, like, we were doing pretty well. But yeah, that was this match. This match was some slight. Just watching Thunderous Therian absolutely nuke everything in the tier. Love to see that. So we go next, right? No, this is our side, this is us. We're the maid. We're always the maid. You feel me? I don't know why I like this one so much. We're 1431 in this one, which is this is recent. I love. I'm gonna tell you guys now. One of these mons absolutely cooks every single time he's on the field. I've never seen it not cook, personally. But unless it's against T-Tar. But a lot of mons suck against T-Tar and Yu. But let's continue. Play with the music off. We don't want to play that music. I'll put some music in the background for y'all though. What y'all want to hear? I always like lo-fi and Japanese city pop, so that's always what I'm gonna put. But if y'all want to hear something else, put it down in the comment section. I would love to hear y'all recommendations. I'm not putting like 21 Savage in the back, but I'm not putting Lil Baby in the back. I might put Lil Baby in the back, but he might copyright strike me, so I don't know. We not homies like that for real. So I can't just say, yo, Lil Baby, where my feature at? Like, we can't do that for real. And I know I'm talking over the match, but it's just very common things happening. Now we're like, oh, we're both low. We both gotta switch. And I'm like, uh-oh. Bang, levitate. And I was like, I'm perfectly fine here. I'm assuming he's faster. He's like, Magma Storm? He's like, I'm gonna make sure this thing gets out. But I'm like, no, my darling. This is CM years. This is the annual CM awards. You feel me? You've lost. And I'm like, now stop. What happens here? What is he doing? A, he hydro pump crits me and I die. Implausible to me. But look, it's always plausible. These games are all RNG. B, he will-o-wisps and then starts hexing me. Absolute buffoonery. C, he tricks a scarf or specs onto me. Now, low-key, I'm not gonna lie to you, I kind of would like a specs. A specs would be super, super nice, but these are not known for running specs. These are known for running scarf or willow hex or protect willow. So I'm like, and the secret last option, D, he presses volt switch and does absolutely nothing. There's a lot of options, right? There's a lot of options. But there's only one right answer, and we'll see from this play. Boom, we switch out. We know that this guy's trick. We not playing with this. There's no reason for later this. And I'm not gonna lie, I did a really dumb play. I could have done many other things here. Just kept a scarf and just like had the scarf for later. But instead I do this absolute garbanzo beans play and just let this die. And it gets a crit. I don't know if I lived without a crit or not. I have the smoke on thing next to me. I really don't know. I don't care either. He tricks me again. He's like, I'm gonna take your leftovers and I'm gonna burn you, right? And I'm like, oh, for real? Put it on God. And I'm like, wait, did you think that I cared? Nasty plot? Dang, that's villainous, right? I'm like, okay, you kind of fishy with this. You might be a little bit nasty, like a little bit schnasty, right? He does 33, and I'm like, oh, that's some big boy damage right there, right? And I'm like, wait, but do I care? Moonlight back. And so you might be thinking here, oh, you're cooked. When you go back a turn, right? At 1.5, he tricks me, and at 2, he nasty plots, and bang, I'm at 2, and this is actually in between the turn, like at the end of the turn. But before I did this, I was at +2, and he was at 2, and I did 33. And you might be like, oh man, he might do some damage if he's at +3, and you're only at 2.5. You're like, he might do approximately 1.5 times more damage to you, right? But like, what's 33 times 1.5? Let's be real, guys. Let's go to the calculator real quick. I want to share with you guys. 33 times 1.5. What's he really doing to me? Let's be real, guys. Nothing. I'm not doing a damn thing, right? I'm not doing a darn thing. So I'm like, whatever. He's gonna nasty plot on me again.
You've done well so far, but up until now, I've only been using a mere 5% of my power. Now let's see how well you fare against my Biden blast.
Low-key, I could have Terra watered here. Alright, Terra grassed and just ended this guy's life. But that wouldn't be so fun, because I want Terra for this mon. I always want Terra for this mon. Because you know why? This mon resists every single move in the book. You feel me? Every single mon here can do nothing to it if it Terras to poison. What's this doing? 0? What's this doing? Magma storming me? For real? That's all you can do? You can't EP me? Not super effective, buddy. What's this gonna do? Knock off into my Terra Poison? What? Bleak Wind Storm into my Terra Poison Cresselia with 2.5? What are you gonna do? Crit me? Slow me down? I don't really care, buddy. 94. Get him out of here. I'm burnt. Meanwhile, I got a Flame Orb on me. Terra Poison. What's he gonna be doing? He's slower than me. Them 52 speed EVs go crazy. You never think you need them, but then you all end up needing them. You feel me? You always need that speed EV. But then, we go next, and he's like, oh, Magma Storm. Oh, that hurt a little bit. I'm not gonna lie to you. Bang. We don't play these games. Now, this little game Hisui comes in, and you're like, what might this do? CC? If that crit, I'm not gonna lie to you, that was doing 40. Was I gonna die? No, but that would hurt a little bit. But that just means I Moonlight up. There's no weather to stop my Moonlight from healing me halfway. CC again. What am I gonna do? Minus 0.5 times boost. What's he gonna do to me? Cresselia is the GOAT. Best Mon in the tier. I'm capping, but don't tell nobody that. But yeah, this Mon's great, man. I don't know why I don't see more people using this. The few times I've gone against this, I have immediately lost. Like, this Mon comes out, Terra Poisons, I press knock, and then I die, and then the game's over. Like, no one ever has Psychic types running. No one ever has, like, Mandy running with, like, moves that can actually hit this. Like, it's just kind of raps. So, that was another game for y'all. We have no more? We got one more game. I think that's it. We got 2 more games. Alright, so look. We back on the Vault Swish team. I was climbing a little bit. 1358. No, some slight. So we look at this guy's team, right? There's a lot of big dudes. 4 big guys. I'm not saying the rest of that song. But so we continue this. Let's get into the match. We vial into what lead? Iron Treads. There really is never a different lead. You bluff. See, this bluffs Stealth Rocks. This bluffs Banded EQ. This buffs a whole lot of things, right? So you might be thinking, oh, what's going to happen this turn, right? This is going to go crazy. This guy thinks he's him. Oh, no. 1.5 times boost? Goodbye. Bye, darling. That's crazy. What we gonna go into? Moltres. What's Moltres gonna do? Tank that. What's Moltres gonna do after that? Press Flamethrower. Press U-turn. Press something. Try to get that burn. No burn. Get impact. Now, I'm not gonna lie to you. I did not think that was gonna kill me. Like wholeheartedly in my soul, that was not touching me. However, we got cooked, as they say. So I go into Ogre Palm, right? I press that knockoff button. And he's choice banded. He can't do nothing about it. Knock off again. And now I knock off whatever comes in. But he knocks off me. He's the real criminal. I knock off him, though. Now who's slower? Bang. Goodbye. Insane that you thought that was going to happen to me. But I got that U-turn off. I scald him. Do I burn him? I burn him. Simply put, that's what the skull is there for. Now, he must think he getting real tricky in that paint. However, I don't care. You might notice a little fun fact. This Mon hasn't used the red card yet. Now, let's see what happens to this little guy. He's going to keep Dragon Dancing forever and ever. Until he can't Dragon Dance no more. And most he can do is go to +2. He must think he's slick or something. Because after the burn, it takes you down from like +2 to 0, basically. Uh-oh. Goodbye. Oh, Astrid. You thought you would do something? Get out of my tier. EQ. Scald. Burn? We're just like that. We're it's automatic for real. It's just automatic. And Lumberry, whatever. And you're like, okay, that's a little iffy. But you know what? Guess what happens? Drain Punch? We don't eat those. That's okay. We've done everything we needed to. Come on now, son. What else is there to do but press Terra Blast Flying? In this economy, This mon does whatever it wants, and you cannot stop it. So we just gonna press the button.
Give me 3.
Hero Dark, get out of the game, bro. You're not playing with me like that. You're not him. What's this? Bang, it's gone. That's what it is. And what's this last one? Oh, I must have seen it wrong because it looks like a glitch on my screen because it's not there anymore. That shit on my screen, bro. Don't play with me. Play with your bitch. We're getting up there in rank. We doing something slight. You know, they were I. We only got plus 16 for winning. That's kind of OD, but it's whatever. We go to this last match. Now you're looking at this sub match and you're like, a little bit of villainy goes a long way. You feel me? A little bit of villainy. Now, who do we lead in this matchup? You would think, oh, you lead Moltres. You get a U-turn, and you go into some Land of Asterion, get a little, we don't have Hurricane, so, Terrablast flying, does it sting? Yeah. Does it sting, doesn't it? Does it sting? But who are we? We are Iron Trez Nation, my boy. We do not stop. We bluff our stuff rocks at all times. This is the dumbest Terra flying of my life. Now, I can see you being like, oh my god, I need to make sure I don't get hit by EQ. What are you doing, bruh? Switch out your Mon. You have a perfect Brute Bonnet right there. You have a perfect not Sandy Shots. Don't go into that. Maybe this is Air Balloon. Go into something else. If it's EQ, go into Hisuian Lilligan. Go into Brute Bonnet. Go into something other than pressing Terra flying and wasting your Terra first turn. This is not a good idea. I do not, unless you know that if this Terra button presses, you win the game. You never Terra first turn. This is absurd. This is villainy. This is absolute criminology. This guy deserves to be locked up immediately, right? So we're gonna continue, right? We read those. We're him. We know we're faster. We know this has to be Heat Rock to extend that duration of sun. Because that's all the sun players want to do is press their buttons, press their super effective buttons. That's all they want to do, bro. So we're looking at this, right? What are we going to? Well, duh. Moltres. The fire type. Duh. So, it's some slight. Now you're taking extra fire damage. Oh my god, the heat trend, right? U-turn. Come on now. We read those. Now what you gonna do? What are you gonna do? Realistically, in this scenario, this ain't Air Balloon. What do you plan on doing? Now, if you're a genius, you immediately read the Ninetales, but we're not about that business. We have no reason to be reading 17 turns in the future. You feel me? So we're just gonna make sure, if this guy's an idiot, we kill it immediately. We're gonna EQ. He's gonna switch it into Ninetales, because duh. He's like, oh my god, I'm making the god tier plays. And he's like, okay, look. We're crazy, right? We know he has Volt Switch and Earthquake. Guess what he's going to do? Press Volt Switch on the Sandy Shocks. But little does he know, I don't give a shit. I don't care. I'm going to keep pressing buttons till I die. Now, you see the Protosense boost, right? And you're like, damn, that's kind of crazy, right? That's kind of crazy. Now, what you should realize early in the game, he wasted his Terra. I have an electric flying type that walls EP Thunderwave Volt Switch. What is he doing into this? Now, I didn't read that immediately. I learned later game that this completely walled it. But, come on now, guys. He wasn't winning this game. He was cooked from the beginning. So we stay in here. EP kills us. A little dumb play. But I couldn't really risk anything else dying. I could have gone into Thunder. I should have gone into Thunderous. There's no world where I don't go into Thunderous, because Thunderous blocks every single attack in the dictionary. But I was worried about Thunderous taking damage, because I'm like, yo, what do I see? Terra Blast flying fodder. That's all you guys are. You're nothing else to me. So I'm like, alright. I sacked that. Then I go here and I'm like, then I realized. But what I thought was that this was specs. Because I was like, oh, he can't do nothing to me now. But you know what happens next. We don't play no games. We knock off. Because we just like that. I was trying to see if this was Scarfer specs. We sleep. Now, this, I'm not gonna lie, guys. I am possibly top 10 luckiest players alive. Which you may be like, that doesn't make sense. But trust me, I'm a little bit of him. What's happening here? Fodder. Reduced to atoms. Do you think I care? Do you think I care about your existence? You go to Lola Mola. Red card. Get out of here. And I'm like, oh, why did you go here? But guess what? Uh-oh. What do you do? Nothing. Volt absorb. So what happens next, you might be asking? A 1, 27, something slight, nice little 30%. And you might be like, that's not a lot of damage. But to me, that's a lot of damage. Now, guess what we press here? Crab hammer in the sun. Because you think I care? No, I don't. So now I'm like, alright, look. There's not a lot of things I can do here. I gotta take this L. But guess what happens next? What does he do? Bang 1. You might be asking yourself, oh my god, why is he doing so much damage? Because I'm him. Bang 2. 25. This guy's at half HP. What is he realistic? Oh my darling. You gotta fix that, bro. You can't be doing all that. Flip turn. We get the regeneration back. Guess what we going to? We're making your life a living hell. Shebang. 14. Back into a Lola Mola. What are you gonna do about it? Solar beam me? Uh-oh. You're not in the sun, you buffoon. Go into a mon that just complete resisted. I should have gone into Moltres. I don't know why. I didn't go into Moltres because I was like, oh my god, they're asleep. But I should have wasted sleep turns here. Whenever you can, if you get a free turn to waste sleep turns to make sure your mon gets awake earlier, you waste sleep turns. Because this became a really risky situation for me. So we go into Moltres, right? And I'm like, uh-oh, victory dance, right? This is a little fishy. What I should have done every single time is press flamethrower here. Just keep pressing flamethrower because this dies immediately. 39, slight work. And I woke up and I pressed Willow. Come on now. Come on now, gang. What are we really doing here? Ice Spinner again? No damage. Roost. I could roost again if I really want to, but I'm not going to. I don't think I do. I'm not that elite of a class, am I? Oh, I'm truly better than all. I apologize for my misdemeanors against humanity, you feel me? This guy's getting greedy. I don't know what he thinks he's doing. I'm at 100 HP. He's gone. So Florges comes out, right? And I'm like, what are you really trying to do? So I'm like, okay, some fishy. Some schnashty, if you will. But what happens after this? Uh-oh.
Give me 3.
Bing. Hold on. Bang. One more, guys. Boom. See, don't play with me like that, bro. I know what I'd be on. I know what I'd be on. I'd be on DT all times. Don't play with me like that. Anyways, I'm pretty sure that was the live. That was the replay review. Yeah, if I'll fuck with it, always tell me in the comments. I'm trying to see more. I want to see more interaction. I'm not gonna see more because I don't got that large of a fan base right now. But I want to see more interaction. Tell me what you want to hear. Tell me what you want to see, and I'll get back to y'all. Thank you for coming along with me on this ride. This was Road to Ranked UU Edition. I will see y'all next time.